Time now for more tax information by Manjit Singh CPA and Kusum Ramachandran.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Manjit Singh from Falls Church office of Manjit Singh CPA PC with the offices in Manassas and Ashburn. Today I would like to talk about claiming tax deduction for clothing. I've had the individual ask me some questions about it. Is it actually deductible? So Kusum, would you like to elaborate us on tax deduction for clothing?
A little bit, yes. We always, every tax season, there's always somebody who wants to deduct what they spend on their clothes, and they're mostly people who buy higher-end fashionable clothing that you could wear to work as well as outside to a party or on the street or to the mall. Well, you can't take a deduction for that. It has to be clothing that is entirely work-related, and therefore that would be something like a flight attendant's uniform or a nurse's uniform. Those are clothes that you would definitely not wear anywhere else but to work. Uniforms, like firefighters would only wear their uniforms to work, and so would policemen. So those are examples of deductible clothing. But I once had a gentleman who told me that he bought a suit just because he had to wear it to work. Well, so sorry, but that's not a deductible expense, because you can, if you want to, wear it to other places as well. Mr. Singh may have some more to offer in this regard. And
I've had a physician, she was asking me about, she's working in a hospital in Baltimore, and she is doing research on certain obesity issues with the children. She travels all over the country in the U.S. and she's buying clothes for interviews and seminar presentations and red color shoes, and she had all this list, deduction. And I said, oh, wait a minute, you cannot deduct these. But she goes very meekly and with a nice smile. But this is related to my work. And I checked with Kusum and she said, no, they are not deductible.
That's your answer.
Then I did some more research, and there's a gentleman by the name of Robert Wood who writes tax columns for the Forbes magazine. And he had quoted, there's a curveball that you complain about, he had quoted that in one incident where a taxpayer had claimed clothing as a TV anchor, it went up to the tax court. Mm-hmm. And the judge allowed it.
One moment, Mr. Singh, I thought that they said the tax court actually sided with the service in this case and didn't allow the deduction for the news anchor who wanted to deduct all her clothing. So
I was just seeing if you're sleeping.
Mr. Chandran, who's behind the camera, might want to buy an Armani suit and deduct it, and if he comes to us, we'll continue to disallow it. That's the way it goes. No, really, seriously, if it's clothing that is not 100% job-related or of the nature that cannot really been worn on the street without raising eyebrows, then you cannot deduct it. I know that people try and try and try. People try to deduct makeup because they say they wouldn't wear makeup anywhere else but to work. So what are you going to do?
Well, this is very nice to know. At least somebody's watching what I say. And that is why we have a quality control system in our office. I do the work, she checks. She does the work, I try to check. The other thing is when you are having these uniforms, for example, the air conditioning technicians, if you are at the automobile repair shop facilities, you are spending all these monies to have the uniform. In the event that you are not atomizing, in the event that it does not come up to the 2% of the AGI, it is a better policy to advise the employer, hey, why don't you give me as part of the accountable plan that I bring you the receipt that I bought the uniform. Or technically, I think some of these facilities, they rent it, and they wear it during the work time and change back to their ordinary clothes when they're traveling back home. And therefore, for the physicians who have those scrubs in the hospital, if you come and tell me that the hospital is not providing you with the clean scrubs every time that you go there, it's kind of difficult for me to believe that. And please don't expect us to go out of line in doing your tax return just for a few extra dollars, because there's a lot at risk these days for the tax preparer as well. Having said that, Kusum, would you like to add anything else?
No, not really. Other than that, this is one of the deductions that routinely everybody does ask about. And while there are occupations where uniforms are a necessary part of the occupation, and then the uniforms themselves might be provided, but the employees do spend on getting them cleaned and laundered, and those are necessary expenses, and you can count them off. And if they add up to over 2% of your AGI so that you can actually deduct it, then so be it, and stay within the framework of the law.
With this, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a leave for today so that we can get back to work. And you enjoy the weather outside. This is Manjit.
And I'm Kusum, working hard at completing taxes. Bye.